enjoying now, because later you'll realize you were enjoying it. So if you thought if you're experiencing now whatever's happening and you're thinking you're not enjoying it, uh, just kind of, a reminder you can have for yourself as well. Actually, at some point, I'll look back, and even though I'm feeling like I don't enjoy this right now, I'll realize I actually did enjoy it as it was, and therefore, just having that reminder can just help you to actually enjoy it now because you are experiencing now, um, instead of yeah thinking you're not, and then realizing later on in hindsight, actually, that was good.
The thing that randomly came to mind there was the with a bunch of smashers in the local Super Smash Bros is a video game, and I used to play it competitively at a super high level. And I went to one of the guys' houses for like a little Smash night. They like get-togethers once in a while and play Ultimate, the new game that I don't play. But they got together, and then I was like, "Hey, I'm around, so I could come too." So I joined, and I brought Project M, so they got to see me play that and realized that just what the skill difference is between me and them. But we played Ultimate, and then they were at first surprised that I could keep up with them because these are like some of the best players in the area. And then they saw me play Project M. They're like, this all makes sense. And but we started talking about just like the original Genesis tournament, which was like a tournament from 2008, I think, nine maybe. That I happened to be there, and at the time it was the biggest tournament around. And they were like, to us, this like legendary, and you were there. But it's one of those things where it's like at the time I just was there. I actually got disqualified from the tournament because I kept going to Costco with people because that was more fun and things like that. And the while at that tournament, it's one of those things where the if something is big and legendary, and it was probably big and legendary because a bunch of people were there. I just happened to be one of the people there, so it kind of makes sense that you would eventually find somebody who happened to be there because it was big. That means a lot of people were there. That's why it was legendary. So it's like it's not a big deal, and to me, to them, they're like, this is legendary, and to you, it's probably like, just whatever. It's just another tournament. I'm like, yeah, like we didn't even have internet. So we took over the old Ramada Hotel and stuff. But then I was thinking how there's this one guy who played he lost a match against somebody else, and when we went to Costco, he was so pissed off while walking through the Costco trip the whole time, and like he just had the worst day of his life because he lost his set. He was just like so angry, and we're all, most of the other people there were like trying to calm him down because we were in the middle of Costco and he was talking about how he just wanted to like kill this guy, and we're just like, well, and then for the next 10 years, all he talked about was how that was like the greatest the greatest tournament he's been to, all this other stuff. So like, he missed the whole day because he was pissed off. And then for the next decade, he's like, man, that was such a good time. It's like, dude, for one of like the 4 whole days you were there, you were just living out of your mind. Like, enjoy where you are in the moment. But who
Well,
knows? You're gonna look back and be like, wow, this is fun.
suppose there's a level of swinging between emotions that then makes it more like it stands out more, maybe because you were super happy and then you were super sad, and you're like, in hindsight, that was super awesome because it was like an experience.
Yeah.
uh
He was fully there for that at least a bit, and then lost himself. So like it was so strong. Yeah.
and but it also made me think like, um sometimes sometimes you can know that something's epic, and it's like, this is legendary, and you know it while it's like happening, and other times it's only after that you can realize that something was legendary, which
Mhm.
is kind of interesting.
I think I maybe knew that one, like Genesis, that original tournament was legendary because it was the first time that Europe had come over to America, and there was like one player from Europe who was beating all the Americans, and it was just like, this is going to change everything, and it really did. But even Sakurai developing Super Smash Bros. Changed the world, and it was like a legendary thing. And just hearing the stories of him going around and like Did you hear of how he got Sora into the game from Disney?
In the new one, yeah, you told me, yeah.
Yeah, just like, scheming behind the scenes, like all this stuff, like so many legendary kind of things that are, you know, maybe they don't seem legendary, and then you think about it, it's like, wow, that's a big move right there. Like some things you kind of know, but when he was going and scheming behind the scenes to get like a Disney character into a different game and like sneaking behind to do that, he was probably just in the moment of being like, I just need to make sure this works. But now it's like, dang.
Uh,
Yeah.
wonder.
Yeah. One thing I know that for sure it felt legendary was my first Vipassana course. I remember just sitting there repeatedly, like almost every day, and being like, "This is the best. Like this is it." Yeah.